Students, now we see about food poisoning. What is food poisoning? Foodborne illness, more commonly referred to as food poisoning, is the result of eating contaminated, spoiled or toxic food. The most common symptoms of food poisoning include nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. Food poisoning symptoms: abdominal cramps, diarrhea, vomiting, loss of appetite, mild fever, weakness, nausea, headaches. See about causes of food poisoning: bacteria and viruses, parasites, certain molds, toxins and contaminants, allergens. First we see about bacterial intoxicants. Staphylococcal poisoning. It is more common infection caused by infection with Staphylococcus aureus. Enterotoxin produced or heat stable. Toxin causes gastroenteritis. Symptoms appear within 1 to 6 hours of consumption of contaminated food. Symptoms are dose dependent. More than toxin ingested, earlier and severe the symptoms: nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, dehydration. If severe and not approximately treated, it can be fatal. Next we see about Clostridium botulism. Infection by Clostridium botulinum species. It produces neurotoxin which is heat sensitive. Disease starts within 2 hours to 14 days after ingestion of contaminated food. Symptoms are nausea, vomiting, headache, persistent constipation followed by fluid vision. Common foods implicated are fermented or smoked marine products, home cured ham and meat products. Botulism can be prevented by killing Clostridium botulinum spores in the foods. During processing, eliminating recontamination of processed food, destroying the toxin by proper heating of processed food, by proper storage, by discarding the product that has developed signs of spoilage. These are the various ways to destroying or killing the Clostridium botulinum spores in the foods. Next we see about fungal intoxicants. Mycotoxin. Mycotoxins are toxic compounds that are naturally occurred by certain types of molds. The toxin produced by the fungus which is called is mycotoxins. Molds that can produce mycotoxins grow on numerous foodstuffs such as cereals, dried fruits, nuts and spices. Mold growth can occur either before harvest or after harvest, during storage, or in the food itself, often under warm, damp and humid conditions. Most mycotoxins are chemically stable and survive food processing. First we see about aflatoxin. Aflatoxins are among us the most poisonous mycotoxins and are produced by certain molds, Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus, which grow in soil, decaying vegetation, hay and grains. Next mycotoxin is botulinum. Botulinum is a mycotoxin produced by various of molds, particularly Aspergillus and Penicillium. It found in rotting apples and apples products. Botulinum can also occur in various moldy fruits, grains and other foods. Next mycotoxin is acrotoxin. Acrotoxin is produced by several species of Aspergillus and Penicillium and is a common food contaminating mycotoxin. Contamination of food commodities such as cereals and cereal products, coffee beans, dry wine fruits, wine and apple grape juice, spices and licorice occurs worldwide. Next we go to the viral intoxicants, that is viral hepatitis. Viral hepatitis is most commonly caused by hepatitis viruses, especially hepatitis A, hepatitis B and hepatitis C. Common symptoms include fever, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, jaundice, right upper quadrant, abdominal tenderness and dark urine and pale stools. Next we see about rickettsia. The rickettsia are a diverse group of bacteria, some of which can be transmitted to humans via the bites of flies, lice, ticks or mites. Several rickettsia species present in Australia and are capable of causing disease in people. Rickettsia australis, Orontia zuzugamis, Rickettsia honi, Rickettsia typhi. Next we see about infection and spread of rickettsia. Rickettsia are usually injected directly from the saliva of ticks and mites as they feed on humans, and in the case of flies by contamination of bite sites by feces. What are the signs and symptoms of rickettsia? There is great variation in the range and severity of symptoms experienced. Commonly a small, hard, black sore first appear at the bite site where the infection was introduced. Other typical symptoms may include fever, headache, muscle ache, swollen lymph glands, cough, rash. Less common severe infection can be associated with confusion and breathing difficulties. Next we see about trichinosis. Trichinosis, sometimes called trichinosis, is a type of roundworm infection. Roundworm parasites use a host body to live and reproduce. Infection occurs primarily among meat-eating animals such as carnivores such as bears and foxes, or meat and plant-eating animals omnivores such as domestic pigs and wild boar. The infection is acquired by eating roundworm larvae in raw or undercooked meat. What are the symptoms of trichinosis? First one is abdominal symptoms can occur 1 to 2 days after infection. Other symptoms usually start 2 to 8 weeks after infection. The severity of symptoms usually depends on the number of larvae consumed in the infected meat. How to prevent trichinosis? First, to avoid undercooked meat. To avoid undercooked wild game, for both cold cuts and ground varieties, cook to an internal temperature at least 160 Fahrenheit. To avoid undercooked poultry, have a wild animal meat frozen or eradicated. Irradiation will kill parasites in wild animal meat, and deep freezing for 3 weeks kill Trichinella in some meats. Note that other processing methods don't kill parasites. Other methods of meat processing or preserving, such as smoking and pickling, don't kill Trichinella parasites in infected meat. Thank you to all.